Hi everyone, and this is Brandy and welcome back to another video. So today I want to do an in-depth review on one of the newest eyeshadow palettes that I've got, which is this one. Dun, 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 dun. This is the She's in Parties eyeshadow palette by Melt Cosmetics. Now I got this palette back when Sephora was having their November holiday savings event, and unfortunately that sales is already over. But I asked you guys if you want to see like a more in-depth review slash look on the face, and some of you said yes, we want to see it. So that's why today's video is here. If you watched the last video, you would know that this eyeshadow palette, it's more of a monochromatic purple theme type of eyeshadow palette, which is like oh my gosh. So I actually mentioned that I want to return this palette, but I didn't, and look what happened. So for today's video, I'm actually doing two looks in one. I've never done this before, so this is my first time doing it. Bear with me if the editing is a little bit off. But the first look I want to show you guys, it's more of a natural everyday. You don't have to spend a lot of time doing probably like a 5-minute type of eye makeup. And the second one is the one that I'm having right now. And this one, it's a little bit more glam, and I did use some false lashes, so it does require a little bit more time. And I will put the timestamp here so you can see which one is which one do you like to see if you don't want to see both. So I will definitely link the timestamp in the description box so you can just skip to see this look, or you just go straight to the first look. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video.
Yeah, I cannot chase you, I cannot fly, I cannot make you, you make up your mind. You want me to prove it to you.
First, I'm taking the lightest matte shade called Total Immortal and apply it all over the lid and up to the crease as a base and transition shade. Next, I'm taking this mid-tone purple shade called Last Caress and use a smaller smudge brush to apply that on the outer corner and add some dimensions to the eye. Now we're moving on to the center eyelid. I'm going to use this glitter shade called Strange Love for some sparkle. For the eyeliner, I will use the darkest matte shade here in the palette called Mean Streak, and I'm using a white eyeliner brush. By using the shadow as an eyeliner, the overall vibe will be more natural and muted. Now I'm using whatever that is left on the small smudge brush that we used earlier and run that through the bottom lash line. I'll then use the lightest shimmer shade called Skeleton Kiss, the one that you saw falling off the palette earlier, and apply that on the inner corner. Now this shade is very subtle, so it's kind of hard for the camera to pick up the color. Now the eyeshadow part is done, and all I need to do is finish it off with some waterproof mascara. This is literally super fast and easy. I finish it off with some nude gloss as well, and this is our first look. So the second look has slightly more steps than the first look, but the first two steps are exactly the same. We're taking the light lilac shade for the entire lid and the darker purple shade for the outer corner. Now after blending out these two shades, I'm going to go in with a dark plum color and intensify the outer corner just a little bit more. I also take the color to the inner corner and connect the two parts and blend it out to the crease. So you will see I'm leaving the center space empty. Here I'm going to use the brownish red shade called Choosing Parties, which is the same name as the palette, and use my fingertip to generously blend that color out. To make the colors a little bit more seamlessly blended, I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. Now I'm using a brown gel eyeliner. You can use any liner that you have. The one that I have here is this cream gel liner from Colourpop in the shade Juniper. You can also switch to a black one if you're more into a sharp eye look. After that, I'm going to use the same shades as we used for the upper eyelids on the bottom lash line and finish everything up with a pair of falsies. First thing I want to say about this palette is that all the shades are very creamy, very buttery. For me, the shades that perform the best, I believe, are the matte shades actually. This palette featured only 3 matte shades, but they're just enough, and one of them is a very light lilac shade and the other is like a mid-tone purple shade, and the last one is like a dark vampy type of deep wine shade. So even though you only have 3 matte shades here, but because they are in different ranges, so you can actually build up the look. It does only have a 1 really light highlight shade as well. I wish they can put 2, I guess. The pros of this palette is that it's very pigmented, it's very buttery. The cons, I would say that if you are someone who is not into purple shade, this palette can be a little bit too heavy for you. And also another point is that because the shades in this palette are pretty dark and they are really pigmented, so depending on how you apply these eyeshadows, you need to take your time to build up the colors, otherwise it can look a little bit messy. But again, I feel like practice makes perfect. Alright guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my video. And as usual, thank you guys so much for supporting, and I can't believe 2020 is almost over. But anyways, until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Yeah, I cannot chase you, I cannot fly, I cannot make you make up your mind. You want me to prove